Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through my morning routine. I never used to have much of a morning routine unless you count rolling out of bed, downing a cup of coffee, and immediately starting work, but that has changed quite a bit in the past couple months. I definitely fell into a bit of a rut this winter, so I started to think about the daily habits that were contributing to that, and it became pretty obvious to me that my morning routine was doing absolutely nothing to help my mental state. So I made some small changes to start my day more intentionally, and those changes have already majorly improved my mood in just a couple months. So I'm going to bring you along with me this morning to show you exactly what I've been doing. I'm also excited because part of this video is in partnership with the Korean skincare brand Pyeongkang Yul. They sent me 4 skincare products that I'll be showing you later on in this video, and they fit perfectly into the theme of my morning routine, which is to do a few simple extra steps each morning that actually make me feel good and put me in the right headspace to have a positive, productive day. So let's jump into it. I try to wake up around 6:30 every morning. When I lived in Minnesota, I used to wake up at 6 a.m., a lot of the times even earlier than that, but after I moved to Chicago, I started waking up later and later until I was waking up around 8 a.m. every morning, if not even later than that. I think that ended up being one of the causes and effects of my lower mood. If I wake up late, I really don't have time for any sort of morning routine, and I pretty much have to jump into work right away. So I started making an effort to get up a little bit early every day, and have made my way back to a 6:30 a.m. wake up time. Most days. Instead of picking up my phone and scrolling through emails and social media, I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb mode, and I put on my red light therapy masks. I've been using the Current Body face mask for over a month now, and I'm loving it. I also recently started testing out their neck and neck mask, so now I am fully decked out in red light therapy for the first 10 minutes of my morning. I will link my before and after video where I talk through everything you need to know about red light therapy in the description box below, and I will also include my 15% off discount code for Current Body's website in the description box as well. If I'm really groggy, I'll just use this as a time to wake up slowly and quietly, but if I wake up with energy, I like to turn on something motivational. Sometimes I'll play a podcast like the Ed Milet Show. Other times, I'll just search for something like morning meditation or morning affirmation on YouTube or Spotify. When I first started doing this, it definitely felt like a chore, but now it's something that I genuinely look forward to in the morning. Instead of immediately picking up my phone and thinking about my to-do list for the day, I'm starting the day by doing something that makes me feel calm and clear. After that, I am officially ready to get out of bed and start my day. After I brush my teeth, I head straight for my favorite part of my morning routine, which is coffee. This Yeti mug is the best thing that's ever happened to my coffee routine. If you don't have one, you need one. They keep your coffee perfectly hot the entire time you're drinking it. I'm definitely a traditional creamer kind of girl over almond milk or oat milk, so I love these Starbucks creamers. They're super good. Their white mocha flavor is probably my favorite though. And the coffee machine that I recently purchased actually is the Nespresso Creatista machine in the color Sea Salt. I think it's so pretty, I love it, and it makes amazing espresso. So I will list that below along with my Yeti mug in my description box. If it's nice outside, I like to do this next part of my morning routine on my balcony. Fresh air first thing in the morning, especially when it's still quiet out, is so good for the soul. I love it. But if it's not nice out, I will stay in my apartment and set the mood by searching for an ambiance video on YouTube. If you didn't know this was a thing, now you do, and this is going to change your life. If you search for things like summer ambiance, lake house ambiance, coffee shop ambiance, you will see so many video options with these calming backdrops and really soft music. I always search for whatever season it is, and it makes me so happy. Then I like to read at least a couple sentences of a nonfiction book related to something like mental health, positive mindsets, motivation, inspiration, etc. If it's a weekday, I don't have time to read full chapters of books, so I will read a blurb from something like the Daily Stoic. This has daily Stoic meditations that take 1 to 3 minutes to read, so it's perfect for busy days. If it's the weekend and I have more time, I'll read a chapter or 2 of a nonfiction book. The book that I'm currently reading that I recently purchased is The Body Keeps Score. I will list this in my description box below, along with some of my favorite nonfiction books that I've read and some that I've purchased recently that I haven't read yet, but I've heard good things about. Again, this is something that used to feel like an unimportant chore to me, but I found that if I force myself to think about the way that I think and the way that I live, Even if it's just for 2 minutes every morning, it really helps me to start my day from a positive place. After that, I like to check in with my goals. This keeps me grounded because it helps me differentiate between tasks that will help me reach my goals and habits that are not value added that may be holding me back. I highly recommend writing down your goals and revisiting them daily if you're not already doing this. For me, this has always been the difference between an idea thought and an idea executed. I'm so much more likely to accomplish a task if I physically write it down than I am if I just think about it. It keeps me accountable. This is a topic that I'm really passionate about, so if you're interested in a video where I share my hacks for goal setting, organization, setting up a weekly workflow, let me know in the comments below. After that, I am ready for my skincare routine. Again, this is the portion of the video that is in partnership with Pyongyang, so let's jump into that. If you're not familiar with Pyongyang, they are a Korean skincare brand with a minimal philosophy, meaning they create products with ingredients that are essential to the skin and exclude unnecessary ingredients that may cause irritation, like colors and fragrances. They recently launched this luxury anti-aging black tea line, which includes a toner, serum, eye cream, and facial cream. And the ingredients are amazing. The star ingredient of this line is fermented black tea or kombucha. It's a soothing antioxidant that contains ingredients like vitamin C, polyphenols, and catechins. It's intended to decrease inflammation, brighten the skin, and improve overall skin quality, like signs of aging. But on top of the fermented black tea, these products have tons of conditioning ingredients like lecithin, cholesterol, macadamia oil, and shea butter, hydrating ingredients like panthenol, beta-glucan, and 5 types of hyaluronic acid, and replenishing ingredients that improve skin barrier quality like niacinamide, ceramides, peptides, centella asiatica, and adenosine. This line doesn't contain a cleanser, so I went ahead and used a separate cleanser first before going in with a toner. This is not a toner that's intended to strip your skin of its oils. It has a very lightweight gel-like texture that feels so nice and hydrating on the skin. It dries down naturally, kind of like water, so it's a really nice prep step before any other products that you're going to apply on top. The serum feels similar to the toner, but it has a slightly thicker texture while still being incredibly lightweight. This also feels very hydrating and makes my skin look nice and radiant. The eye cream is so nice. It's the perfect texture for a daytime eye cream for me because it feels like a lightweight lotion. It's thick enough to provide some additional moisture, but it's not so thick that it doesn't wear well under makeup. And finally, we will finish off with a moisturizer. This feels amazing, you guys. It's a lightweight cream that just glides and sinks into the skin beautifully. I love how hydrated and glowy my skin looks after using this and after using all of these products. If you want to test out any of these products, I will have them all listed and linked in my description box below. This line does not contain a sunscreen, but you guys know sunscreen is non-negotiable for me, so I will list some of my favorite sunscreens below, and after applying sunscreen, I am ready to either go on a walk or start my workday. I make it a priority to walk outside at least 5 times a week, if not more, because it really helps my mental state, especially because this isn't something that I can do when it's really cold and frigid out. So if I wake up early enough, I love to go on a walk before I even start working. Being able to just be outside in nature and breathing fresh air before I start to look at a computer screen for the rest of the day is really, really helpful for me. It's also so nice being able to do this in the morning because it's really quiet and peaceful out, and it's not so hot and humid like it is later on in the day. I don't do well in hot, humid weather, so morning walks are definitely my favorite thing if I'm able to get them in. While I'm on that walk, I really make an effort to not be working on my phone because that kind of defeats the purpose for me of making this a nice mental health walk. So instead, I will again listen to something motivational, a podcast, or I like to use this as a time to think about my goals and brainstorm content ideas. Get a lot of good thinking done on my walks. After I get back from that walk, I am hungry and finally ready to eat breakfast. Today I am making oatmeal. This is one of my favorite breakfasts to make. I like to throw in peanut butter and fresh berries, and it just never gets old for me. Then I am officially ready to start my workday, which means that we have made it to the end of my morning routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you feel inspired to find a routine that not only makes you feel good, but that works for you and your life. I obviously live a very different lifestyle than someone like a mom who has kids to take care of. So this is just what works for me right now, and it's something that I'm really loving. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click on that notification bell and send my channel to a friend. Thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for my next video because that will be up in a few days. But until then, I hope you have a great few days.